Hello everybody, welcome to Tamiyo's Journal. My name is Tom and I'll be your chronicler, and we're here today to play some Magic. So what goes on in the journal is we take games from paper and bring them over to Arena, show you guys some of the fun decks we've been playing, kind of tips and tricks on how to play them. If you want to go check out the full article on how the games went, please check out the website tamiyosjournal.com, and if it's not too much trouble to ask, do the usual YouTube stuff like subscribe, leave a comment. So let's jump in and check the deck out today. So this is Bolas Control or Grixis Control, whichever way you want to look at it. Basically, we're taking the Grixis mid-range list from last season and kind of building around the new 5-drop Nicol Bolas Dragon God, which we'll talk about in a second, but I really like the Grixis mid-range list, but it did kind of suffer against Esper. If Teferi resolves, you're in so much trouble, so bringing this back to Control Shell, we'll be able to at least interact with it a bit more, whilst also keeping our options pretty well open for the rest of the meta currently as well. Thief of Sanity is one of the creatures we play in the deck because it's just far too good. Nicol Bolas the Ravager because it's a 4-drop that has hand hate. And then the rest of the deck is kind of built around 16 spells, so we've got things like cast downs, negates for kind of early interaction, Thought Erasure just to rip our opponent's hand apart. Since Nicol Bolas Dragon God is a 2 black mana kind of spell, we've got Bedevil, Cry the Canarium, double black spells that we're playing pretty heavily on. We've also got Carnival and Carnage just to kind of deal with early Llanowar and also add a bit more hand hate to the deck. For digging, we've got things like Discovery Dispersal and also Augur of Bolas as well, which we'll talk about. And then the sideboard's just kind of built around a normal kind of control shell, so we've got Duresses, Disdainful Strokes, Negates, a couple of new spells, Unmur Ego, Ritual of Suit for hating tokens, and then Vraska's Contempt as well. It's just going to be such a great card. There's going to be 36 new Planeswalkers in this set, so we need to at least have something that can deal with them cleanly. So we'll jump over and talk about the rest of the cards for the deck. So things like Augur of Bolas, which is one of the new creatures that we can add into the deck. It's a 1/3, so it's going to be a great little blocker, but also being able to kind of dig deeper for cards like things like Thought Erasure or anything that can kind of push things early, like cast downs that you don't have to have in your opening hand, you can at least keep a hold of this. Helps us cycle through a deck a little bit more. And also, if we're just kind of hitting lands that we don't need, then we can just put them on the bottom of the deck. I can't stress enough that the 1/3 body is going to be relevant at some point. You're going to have to either chump something since we don't have main deck like sweepers like Kaya's Wrath or anything, but this will at least help. We've got things like Thought Erasure to tear our opponent's hand apart, also getting a little bit more scrying, and Thief of Sanity, if you ever connect with this, you're going to start playing with your opponent's deck, which is just too powerful to deal with. I've had so much fun with this card in Grixis midrange, I've had so much fun with this in just dimmer decks or discard decks that, Thief of Sanity is a real problem at the moment in Standard, and if you don't have an answer like a shock or something, it's going to do some work either way. So the couple of new spells that we've got on the sideboard, one of them is the Elder spell. Being able to destroy any number of target planeswalkers, obviously ridiculously powerful. And then also being able to kind of, add extra loyalty counters. So it's 2 loyalty counters for each planeswalker you destroy. If everyone's playing Super Friends in the first week, if you have Nicol Bolas or even the original Nicol Bolas down and you're starting to put 2 loyalty counters on him, getting closer to that ultimate, it's going to just be complete madness. The other spell that we've got is Deliver Unto Evil as well, so you're able to choose 4 cards from your graveyard. If you have a Bolas out, you can take all 4 back. If not, your opponent chooses which 2 you get, but for 3 mana, that's pretty good. If most of our creatures are going to the graveyard or spells, they're going to be useful at some point again anyway, so if we have things even just like between 2 Thief of Sanities and 2 counter spells, then you're going to at least get something good back. Like in theory, even if it's 2 counter spells, it at least keeps Bolas safe. So I think this card could do some work, especially if you can kind of get it off with Bolas, and the artwork is just unbelievable from Sev as well there. So can't argue with that. So the final card in the deck, which is the kind of big build around, is Nicol Bolas Dragon God. It's a mythic rare, and rightfully so. It's ridiculously powerful. But the kind of change to Planeswalkers this season now will be that Planeswalkers also have a static ability. So 36 Planeswalkers will be at least able to do something. Uncommons can only minus, rares can minus and plus, and then mythics get all 3. But the static ability on Nicol Bolas is pretty handy, so you're going to be able to gain loyalty abilities from other planeswalkers. So if there's something like a Teferi on the board, you can +1 and untap lands. If there's something that creates creatures like, Vraska, you can just copy that. And it's really handy if something's got a +2 on it, because you'll be able to at least try and get Bolas closer to his ultimate, but his abilities himself are ridiculously powerful anyway, so it's questionable whether or not you should be. Being able to draw a card each turn and your opponent has to sacrifice something or exile a card from their hand, fantastic value. You're basically getting a 2-for-1 every time you do this. And if your opponent doesn't have anything on the board and their hand's like completely golden, they don't want to sacrifice anything, they have to start getting rid of lands, so it gives you a bit of advantage either way. The -3, destroy target creature or planeswalker, is pretty good. Comparable to, obviously, Teferi and his -3 and the tucking effect. But yeah, it can hit enchantments, it can hit, you know, artifacts, but at least we'll be able to take out Teferi if he's on the board. Perfect. The -8 as well, which each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game, is just nuts. Obviously, with this kind of coming down, yeah, only for 8 as well. I mean, you can obviously play around it by just playing a legendary creature or a planeswalker, but if you don't have the chance to catch up because you're playing the most oppressive, you know, control deck style, where you won't let your opponent touch the board, then yeah, this could be pretty much a game changer. Obviously, Teferi, you have to wait for him to mill, but with this, you're just gonna win the game. So I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Obviously, I've sat through Teferi's running down and milling us out and then doing the infinite shuffle, but yeah, I'm excited to see this card go into action. I think it's the perfect finisher for a Grixis list, and even in the mid-range, I think, you know, you'll probably be wanting to play this anyway. In the control deck, I'm really excited to see what happens with it. I think it's as powerful as Teferi, if not more so, and definitely once he rotates out as well, I think this could almost be unstoppable. So I would, yeah, happily craft 4 of these, and I think it'll be the first deck that I play. So we'll jump in and play a couple of games with it, and yeah, hopefully I'm not too bad at control anymore. So see you soon. So, Son Cox, best of luck. So for Grixis control, that is a hand we don't really want to chuck back in. It's 5 lands, but at least we've got some early interaction. And we've got Thought Erasure on 2 as well, which is pretty handy. And we're on the draw, so hopefully we'll get something pretty good. So try and figure out what our opponent's on. Obviously, first day of the new release, so we shall see. And opponent's playing green-blue. Hopefully not just straight gates, but... and it's Merfolk. Nice. So let's take a look at their hand, see what we can get. Merfolk, 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 Merfolk. So we're just going to take the... yeah, we'll take the Lord. And we'll keep a Thief on top. So in control matchups, obviously you're just looking to get as much value as possible. Ooh, and an Archaeologist. Interesting. So opponent might be playing some sort of intro deck here. We are just going to go straight in with Thief. As we know, they can't do much. And what we can do is we can at least start taking their creatures, kind of keep on stead with the board. We can obviously cast down something that's going to be tricky to deal with, but at the moment we should be okay. So let's see if our opponent wants to go for a trade here. It's a pretty big Merfolk. So we're just not going to block anything. That's fine. Great. So just play Swamp. Get in with our Thief. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully if we get a cheap creature, we'll be able to play Augur as well. Go digging for something like Ritual. 3 lands. Unlucky. So I think now we're going to just play Bolas. Obviously our namesake. And try and get some more value. So we'll see what our opponent discards here. Obviously know the contents of their hands. Cupola is the only thing we're kind of concerned about. And he's not going to be coming down for a wee while, so we should be okay. Same for that. So opponent's discarding a lot of their kind of expensive stuff, which is great. So what we'll do is we will get him with Thief first. Probably just get him with both, to be honest. We can always hit Kumeno with the cast down if we need to, if he wants to swing back. And we will take a Blink of an Eye. Fantastic. So just going to play an Augur out here, try and find a different spell that we need. See what we can pull. Yeah, we'll take a Negate. And we will just play a Warrior Graved tapped. And pass turn. So we can kick something back to hand. If we need to. Opponent's obviously going to try and get in. And scoops up. Knows that we've got too much going. So a bit unfortunate there. So against Merfolk, we will take Rituals of Suit. And we will also take Unmordigo. Probably not. So for Rituals, we will go down. What should we go down? Go down a Thought Erasure and probably go down a Negate as well for now. So obviously didn't get to play Nicol Bolas there, unfortunately, but yeah, against this kind of matchup, we just need our sweepers. Tempted to take it to rest, but it's probably not going to hit anything in a creature-heavy matchup. Vraska's Contempt could be arguable if we fall behind, but we'll see what happens. We can always swap them out for Bedevils if we need to. So, we'll see what happens in the second match. Loving this new background stuff as well, though. Really, really cool. So, obviously, hoping to play some new decks as well today, but we'll see what happens. The set is literally just gone live, so just wanted to get in straight away. It's a little bit of a slower hand. We will be on the draw, so I think we're going to keep it. We've got Discovery as well if we need to. We've got Ritual Suit. It's pretty hard to chuck that back in. Oh, and there we go. Never punished. Fantastic. So yeah, against these kind of tokens, go wide strategies. We'll see what happens. Obviously, we've got the sweeper. As long as we can hit one more black mana, we should be fine. So yep, we'll just play... Do we just cast down this? I think I'm going to play an Augur. See if we can go for a little bit more value. We can always offer it as a blocker. Oh, didn't hit anything there. Unfortunate. But let's just kind of go through our deck a little bit quicker. So see, will our opponent play something big? So just going to take this at the moment. I think it's okay. Opponent doesn't play anything there, so cool. We're just going to hold the cast down for next turn, I think. Or do we just keep developing the board? Keep developing the board, I guess. Hopefully draw into something a bit better. Miss again. Unlucky. Oh, so 2 misses on the Augur, but we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a really useful card in standard and control matchups just for digging. We do have a ton of spells in our deck, so should be able to hit most of the time. So opponent on 4 might go for 2 creatures here. Interesting. Cool. So I think we're just going to block this time. Don't want to go down to 11. That's a little bit risky. And yeah, maybe should have just cast down there, but ooh, that's a card we're looking for. Cool. So I think we're going to main phase of Discovery. Go searching, see if we can find something useful. And we'll keep that land, and we probably don't need Thought Erasure, so that's fine. Draw the land, and just get him for 3. So at least we've got enough kind of heavy removal in the deck at the moment that we can kind of at least start going back in the attack. With Nicol Bolas coming down, oh, it's going to be tricky, but we'll just hold up our mana. See what they'd... yeah, I could have flashed in a Merfolk Trister there. So we won't be able to get any of the static abilities, but at least we can start kind of... Whoa, what is that? Adapt. Each creature you control with flying gets... Yeah, fair. Interesting. Doesn't die to Ritual Suit, which is quite annoying, but... Oh, that's pretty cool. Cool, so just going to cast down Kumena. So do we shock ourselves for Nicol Bolas? Yeah, I mean, we've got to. It'd be crazy not to. Let's see what this looks like. It's pretty cool. So go for the draws. And let's see what our opponent starts doing. So obviously in a bit of a tricky spot for our opponent. Does he sack one of his creatures, one of his lands, or just discard something? It's almost a 2-for-1. Oh, discards a creature. Blink of an eye. Nice. Oh, the voiceover stuff is fantastic for this. Wow, sounds terrifying. Cool, so getting hit 4 at it. Not the best, but at least we can kill it with a bedevil. Yep, that's fine. So just get rid of it. Yep. So probably won't go attacking with Augur. Just want to kind of keep everything alive. We've got another bedevil now as well. Just tear our opponent's hand apart, which is pretty good. Or obviously make them sack something. And yep, we should be good with card advantage. So another blink of an eye, that's fine. So let's see what our opponent does. They might get some sort of draw engine on the go. So can't say we've won just yet, but we're in a pretty good space. We've got a Planeswalker down, we've got a blocker for it. We've got a sweeper and an instant removal speed thing as well, so yep, that's fine. Do we want to kill that? That is their top end, so I think we're just going to take it out just now as well. It's fine, Bolas is going to go down to 1, but again, we can just keep plussing it. Yep. So then we'll just plus Bolas, see if they discard the last card. Oh, so they've obviously got something good in hand that they don't want to get rid of. This is fine. So yeah, if we can get this to his ultimate, it is a game changer. So we'll see what happens. Oh, enchantment. Fair. Nice. So we're probably just going to sweep the board here. See, force him to sack something. Probably going to start sacking their lands. Oh, sacks that. Even better. So, just ritualist out everything. Get rid of that. Keep Bolas ticking up. And play out land. Pass turn. And opponent scoops up. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, very, very powerful card as we can clearly see there. Yeah, that just went absolutely perfectly. So, good victory for the first game. Cheers. So, best of luck to Avakar. I'm loving all this background art though at the moment. So we're going to take the play here. Obviously, that is very powerful if we can draw something good. It's a bit of a slow opener, but if we can draw another land, I think that's okay. Tempted to mull to 6 here. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. I might get punished for it, depending if we draw a land or not, but see what our opponent's playing. Hopefully some sort of more planeswalker interaction so we can see how this works. And forest for our opponent, so potentially mono green, potentially Sultai, potentially green Stompy. Very nice. So we're just going to shock ourselves. And Thought Erasure. Argument to maybe try and hit something with Carnival. Oh, and they've got all the 2-drops. That's annoying. So playing some sort of Gruul Stompy list. Do we take... I think we're going to take Branch Walker. And Thief is going to be no good. 2 Harpooners. It's just going to die straight away. Trades 1 for 1, but it's not what we really want right now. We want to find some sweepers. Get rid of this Pellet Collector maybe. So that's fine. Gets in for 2. So yep, just pass turn here. So going to need a lot of sweepers. Ritualist Suit will be really handy. And Cry the Canary would be really good as well at the moment. Unfortunately, this is going to go up to 3/3. And it's going to get it for 6, which is pretty good, but not much we can do at this moment in time. Surprised it didn't play out his Llanowar there. So, yep, Crawl Harpooner's getting massive. That's fair. And gets in. Oh, has us down at 10. Oh, and that is us pretty much just dead. So it's going to be unfortunate for a quick one, but know what our opponent's on now, so that's okay. Just have to find more of the control stuff. I had a feeling we should have mulliganed that, but never know. Might be able to top deck something good here. Probably not. Swamp. Oh, it's just not enough. So, yep, unfortunate. Opponent's going to get in. Do a lot of work, see if they maybe play something else so we can kind of see what they've got. Nope, just plays out the Spellbreaker with the haste. Block just for fun, and yeah, unfortunate. Quick game, but such is the way. Fair enough. So, need obviously all our sweepers in here. So we will take Ritual of Suit. We will take Veraskas for more removal. Have a feeling they're probably going to play Domri. So I might bring in some Elder Spells, go down the negates. Or, well, maybe keep the negates in for Rhythm of the Wild. Augur isn't really going to be good at blocking many things, so we'll go down a couple of those maybe. Discovery does going to help us in as our card draw. That could be useful. This can be very useful. Ritual Suit's going to be super useful, so I guess go down Veraskas. Down a Hostage Taker. Gonna drop down some of the Thieves since we know they're playing Crawl Harpooners. Yeah, gonna go down all the Thieves actually. And it's kind of swithering whether or not they're gonna have any sort of Planeswalkers. I'm guessing they're gonna have Domri at some point, but the gates would be really good against Rhythm of the Wild to hit that. But I guess we do have to... yeah, I guess gonna have to leave the gates in just in case. So I guess we're going to run it like that, trying to hit something like Llanowar. And yeah, run it back, I guess. See what happens. So best of luck. So yeah, let's go. If it's another quick game, at least we'll be able to get 3 in a video. So we'll take the play again. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I'll hold on to that. So at least we can Thought Erasure on 2. Ooh. Double Thought Erasure. Nice. So hopefully strip our opponent's hand apart now. So Steel Leaf is going to be a massive problem. That's probably going to be a problem. Everything is a problem. What do I take? So next turn. Opponent doesn't have any lands in hand, so I think we're just going to take one of their 2-drops. How quickly will that get out of hand? So take the Branch Walker. I think. Leave a land on top for now. We can obviously Thought Erasure again next turn, so they're probably going to play something. Unless they draw a land. Yep, nope, just Pellet Collector, that's fine. Oh, 2 Pellet Collectors. Perfect. So just going to play... yeah, I think we'd have Thought Erasure. And take away Steel Leaf. It's too big a threat to kind of deal with at the moment. We do not need a 4th land at the moment. So that's fine. So hopefully our opponent just gets stuck on lands. These are going to get huge. And yeah, hopefully we find a sweeper fast enough. So gets in for 4. That's fine. Ooh, 2 offers. So this way we can start digging for these sweepers that we need. Yep, take cast down. So I think, yeah, just going to bring them both out. Yep, that's fine. So unfortunately no sweeper yet, but we can at least double block something. Opponent's still stuck on lands. Could play another Crawl Harpooner. Could maybe even just play Colossus if they wanted. Nope. Oh, everything's getting quite big. So, yep, just going to double block a Harpooner at the moment. Obviously, don't want to take too much damage, but we can start chipping away at these things now. So, yep, we will force him to sacrifice a creature. So probably going to sack Land Award. Yep, that's fine. Grand. And then we will block cast down something. So yep, just going to cast down one of the Pellet Collectors, stop that from getting massive. One's got a lot of cards in hand, but I was obviously missing his land drops, so... And yep, so we're going to have to use both our removal spells here. But such is life. Oh, and there's the second land drop. So let's see what our opponent does. Opponent's obviously got a combat trick. Yep, that's fine. Make them use it. Excellent. So yep, top decking now, but you never know if we get something good. And just play a land out. Oh, please don't get mana flooded on this. So opponent's also mana screwed. So both ends of the spectrum here. I have a feeling they're going to find something good though. But at least we've got this to start churning through our deck. Cool, so looking for removal. Yeah, take the ritual. Very much needed. So opponent knows we've got it, which is fine. Don't think they've got any flashy creatures they can flash in. Oh. Pellet Collector, not going to do too much trouble. Yep, just pass turn. Least threat into our opponent that we've got removal in hand. See if they use something like Colossus maybe. Fair enough. They always have it. Cool. So just going to clean up. No point in risking them maybe having it again. But opponent's stuck on 3 lands now. Oh, nice. Well, at least we're drawing decent removal. We can start going 1 for 1. I kind of mentioned this in the article, saying that obviously the problem with Stompy decks is you can just start going 1 for 1 with these kind of things. See what they draw off it. Land. Oh, that's not good. And that is also not what we need. but obviously you've got to have the removal in hand to start dealing with them. So, yep, this is all okay. Just gonna have to bedevil it. Opponent's got all his lands now, so can start doing crazy things. And that's a null hide. Ooh. Oh, no. Just a minute too late. Can we survive? Unlucky. Good game. So a bit unfortunate there. If we'd drawn something big like our Nicol Bolas or something, we might have been able to start ripping their hand apart, but a bit unlucky. But such is life. So very, very close there against Gruul Stompy. I think we probably are favoured in that matchup, but again, have to play a little bit more. So we'll see what happens in game 3, I guess. So Cassandra, best of luck. So probably going to be in the draw here, which is not too bad for a control deck. Oh, it's 4 lands. So we'll give this a keep, see what happens. Obviously we can dig a little bit with Discovery, but that's a lot of top end and not much interaction elsewise. See what our opponent's on, hopefully not something too aggressive. And it's mono red. Bane of our lives. But yeah, not seeing too many new decks yet. I guess people are not wanting to try many new things. So we're just going to cast Discovery here. Try and dig for an answer. At least it's Boros and not mono red. Just bin all our lands. We don't need any of those. Did we keep one? No. We've got 5. So that's fine. Ooh, negate. So it might be some sort of Boros Weenies or Guildmage form. Interesting. So yeah, hopefully draw a Cry the Canarium, I guess. At least we can play Bolas in 2 turns. If we're not dead by then. But we'll see. Cry the Canarium would be really good here as it hits all these. So, yep. Wait for their turn. Probably going to cast down Legion Warboss straight away. So let's hold that up. Oh, maybe we should have casted it down on our turn, but or in our opponent's upkeep. Stop them getting the token. That's okay. If we lose by 1 point, we'll know the mistake. So let's see what our opponent does. Does have the mana for heroic reinforcements now, which is a bit worrying. So we have to be careful of that. There's a thief. Do we play a thief over Nicol Bolas? So they've got 4 cards in hand at the moment. All that mana open, which is likely Lava Coil-esque. We take 2, we go down to 11. Then we're going to go for it. At least gets a creature on the board that has a chance of surviving. And force our opponent down to 3. Next turn we can play Thief, hold up the gate, into Nicol Bolas. So we'll see. Hopefully this is a big enough blocker and we don't get too punished for it. Excited to see what our opponent's top end is here. Another war boss. So potentially some sort of goblins deck. Haven't seen any of their white cards yet, but see if our opponent starts going in. Okay, giving these creatures haste. So they do have enough for integrity, but I think the trade is okay at the moment. No. Fair enough. So, ooh, that's a nice card there. So we will play this tapped. Thought Rager, see if our opponent's got it. If he has heroic reinforcements, we're dead. Perfect. So that does 5. Control game, first strike and vigilance. That's 3 and 3. So we're still alive then. And we can hold up the negate as well, which is perfect. So don't need another thief, need sweepers. This is okay. So obviously no attacks. At least we can block into something. So they're probably going to try and response. We can negate it, that's fine. Keeps Bolas alive. Yep. There we go. So we get the negate. Ooh, I like that animation. Step to 5. That's fine. Hopefully it doesn't play anything else out. So, yep. Do we take their last card? I think it's the best way to do it. It's the safest way at least. Keeps us alive. Stops things like lava coil. Yep, that's fine. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So yep. Hopefully gonna start stabilizing now. Not gonna attack just yet. In case of something like heroic reinforcements. And opponent plays out his land. So here we go. So play down Nicol Bolas. Get that rolling. I love the voiceovers for this already. So yep, start sending in Thief. Start ripping their opponent's deck. See what else they've got. Yep, that would have got pretty powerful. So hopefully they don't just get heroic reinforcements off the top. Yep, that's that basically over. Cool. So yeah, it's just some sort of Boros Weenies deck. It might be the Boros Legion thing from the Twitch Prime code. So in this matchup, we need Ritual Suits. It's tempting. Very, very tempting. So they're going to be creating a load of tokens. So I guess we can go down that. Vraska's at least gives us life. And I think it'll be slightly more valued than that. So we're going to go down a Thought Erasure and going to go down a Thief, definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, obviously, aggro strategies into control are very, very good, so we'll see if we can keep up the win here. Presumably going to be in the draw again, so can kind of keep flexible hands, but hopefully have a sweeper ready. Yep, that is a keeper. As long as we can hit another black source. Hopefully get a blue source as well. So, ideal draw at the moment. We are looking for... Oops, she played that tapped. Yeah, just going to shock the sim. So, a little bit of a misplay there. If I lose by 2 health, then shame on me. But we got a pretty good hand here. We can at least start going 1 for 1 with their creatures. Yep. That is a card I am not a fan of. So, start playing our lands tapped now. So the idea now is we want to try and force him to use spells on Vindicator and then we cast down it. So yep, just gonna blow up Legion Warboss, as that mentoring that becomes a big pain. Ooh, nice. So yep, just not wanting to cause too much damage to myself, even though getting that down would be pretty good, but holding up the negate, threatening that we've got something else as well. Oh, very nice. So yep, stop Analia, obviously a very powerful card, perfect. And then we've done pretty well there. So just play Nicol Bolas now. Get down a 4/4. And yeah, we could have both Bolases on the roll if we draw another land, so fingers crossed. This deck seems really good though. Like, very impressed with how it's going so far. So opponent discarded a heroic reinforcements, which means they probably have another one. Or some sort of pump into Vindicator. Yeah, that is pretty good. Don't have much enchantment removal in the deck either. That's fine at the moment. Yep, so now we get to play our... I think this card's so much better than Teferi already, wow. Nice. So opponent's got to sack something. Eventually they're going to have to sack Cronclave Tribunal. And we'll just keep back Augur for, yeah, blocking purposes. Ooh, True Fire, nice. So we're probably going to Vraska's Contempt that. Yep, it's not going to work. Interesting. So we're going to Thought or Frazier our opponent first, then uptick Bolas. Yep, get rid of that. Keep that. Draw another card. See what our opponent sacrifices. Oh, sacrificing lands. Cool, and just pass. Obviously got Verasquez if he wants to try and come in at Bolas, but this should be it, pretty much sealed up. Obviously you can come in Benter. So we're just going to stop that. Get a block here with Augur as well. Just try and get Nicol Bolas to his ultimate. Obviously it's a fine trade, we can Ritual Suit it, or we can Cry the Canarium as well, so. So yep, uptick. Let's see what they're going to sack. And just Cry the Canarium as well. Get rid of it. So the board's clear. Bolas is on 6. And we seem to be dealing with this aggro deck pretty well. And yep, skips up. So that was Grixis Control. We'll jump into the post-game wrap-up and review the games, I guess. So that was Bolas Control, and I think we did pretty well there. We went 2-1. Obviously we smashed Merfolk. Kind of was a bit unlucky against the Gruul deck there. I think we probably would win those kind of matchups going 1-for-1, but yeah, the Nullhide Ferox just kind of blew us out, which was a bit unfortunate. Technically we were a misplay, could have Ritual Suited, I guess. I got a bit greedy holding on to it, but yeah, and then against the Boros deck we were down to 5, but we were able to hold out. So yeah, Nicol Bolas Dragon God seems like a really powerful card. I'm convinced this is going to be a powerhouse as standard, so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully you can continue on. I'd probably say worth your mythic wildcards, to be honest. It just seems really, really powerful. The rest of the deck seemed to hold up pretty good as well. Augur of Bolas seems really good as a new addition just for digging. I think the only changes that I'd probably make would be maybe probably main boarding a couple of extra sweepers. Cry the Canarium seems really good. Ritual Suit seems really good. Both very powerful cards, so potentially more room for them. The negates were really handy. Thought Erasure was pretty good. Bedevil didn't come up too much, but it's single target removal that can hit any creature, and yeah, it can also hit planeswalkers and artifacts. So if people are playing things like Immortal Sun to try and counteract Nicol Bolas or Teferi, then we'll see what happens. And obviously the 36 other planeswalkers have been in the set so far. Yeah, mana base we didn't seem to struggle with anything. Discovery Dispersal was pretty useful. Obviously you've got both access to both sides as well, so that's pretty good. I'm still convinced the sideboard tech is going to be okay. I think the Elder Spell will be pretty good if everyone kind of starts going to Planeswalkers, but yeah, the Verasquez Contempts probably seem like the hardest thing to cast at the moment at 4 mana. But again, we'll see what happens. I think this deck can go many different ways. I think you put Niv-Mizzet in here as well, or you can go more towards the Hand Hate with a lot more kind of Carnival Carnage and stuff like that. So to guess it, it's going to be a very flexible deck to kind of shape every single week and see how the meta plays out. So I'm really excited to kind of build this on paper and kind of maybe take this as the main deck going forward. But so yeah, hopefully next week as well we could be able to play something a bit different, but really happy with the way this turned out. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Cheers. So the most important part of Magic for me is the community, and I would absolutely love for you guys to get involved as well. If you have any kind of deck tips or decks that you'd like to share, if you just pop me a message over on social media, I'll be able to take a look, try and give you some help and kind of tips and tricks on how I would get around building things, and yeah, we can all just kind of share this together as well, which would be great. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, please do the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe. We've also got our page over on Patreon as well if you want to support the channel further. There's going to be some sweet perks up on there. And if you do want to see how the paper games went as well, please check out the full article over on our website, tamiyosjournal.com. So Tamiyo's Journal is also part of the Creators Quarter community. This is basically a group of us that have been working together to generate some great Magic content, and you'll be able to find all their stuff in the playlist in the top right, just over here. And if you're looking for more standard content, why not check out the rest of our playlist over here as well. So thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you again soon. Cheers.